What's up, ladies and gentlemen? And you're welcome. Welcome back to Two Beers and a Whiskey. Post ham and cheese edition. Ham and green beans edition.
Yeah.
I didn't eat it yet, so I don't know.
It was fantastic.
It was good. Watson
Isn't
made...
everyone like post ham and beans? It's kind of like a podcast food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tradition.
It's wholesome and
Yeah,
it fills the
it's
stomach.
great.
It's good to go with alcohol. Kind of
Yeah.
helps you
Right.
drive safely home.
Hours later after the
later,
show.
yes,
you
yes.
fuck.
To my left, we have Watson, the Mudflap Thompson.
The mud flap. Oh, that's great.
And to my right, we have Pedro the Pastor and Carrasquillo.
That's great. Fucking mud flap.
And today, we are drinking Rusty Rail Plums Up. Pull out your beers, gentlemen. This is a beer from Rusty Rail Brewing Company in Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania. By the way, probably the nicest brewery I've ever seen.
Yeah, brew restaurant.
It was
2
recently
floors.
built.
Was it recently
Yeah.
built?
So, because this is bittersweet, because I'm from Lewisburg, Pennsylvania.
Right down the road.
The bitter rival of the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Fun fact, Lewisburg and Mifflinburg play for the Little Brown Jug every year.
Okay. It's a little brown jug. Is that that?
Essentially, yes.
Okay.
And there are things about Mifflinburg that we say that we won't say on this podcast because we like the Rusty Rail. But it just a little bit of sweet, but you guys have good brew.
All right. Gentlemen, let's get this show started. That's a good brew.
Yeah, it's got that wheat beer flavor.
Yep. I don't taste the plum. I don't know.
Okay, I like
I don't
that.
know if the plum is supposed to be like a flavor, or if that's just the name.
I can't imagine it wouldn't be if they're saying plums up.
But it does have a good wheat beer flavor. I
Yeah,
enjoy
no,
that.
that's a good brew.
No.
No. Is there a better way to complement the fruity and spicy flavors created by our Belgian strong ale than perfectly tart plum and the bold but subtle bitter sweetness of cocoa?
Okay.
Oh, so it's chocolate with chocolate plum. Our brew team did not think so. That is why this beer instantly got the thumbs up from the whole team.
You can read. This
He hates chocolate.
This reminds me.
beer.
No, he doesn't eat
It's like,
chocolate.
well, then why won't you do? We'll talk.
Peanut butter.
He yeah. This reminds me of the one beer I like that I can't think of the name of right now.
Kind of reminds me of less alcohol Trogs.
Yeah,
What's the beer you
Mad
put
Elf.
the orange on? I forget the name of it.
Shock Top?
Blue Moon.
Blue Moon. It tastes like Blue Moon.
I don't see that.
The Blue Moon white.
White
Yeah, I
White
could see
Belgian?
Yeah, white Belgian tastes like the Blue Moon white Belgian.
What is a Belgian ale? I mean,
Yep.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I like
It's a good brew, but Rusty Rail, Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania. Don't really taste the plum or the chocolate, but it's still a good taste.
I can taste the fruit. I mean, it's
little bit,
subtle.
It's
It's subtle as it says.
I like
Yeah.
this fucking logo on here though. Like this is.
a good
yeah, it's
logo.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
What are we gonna say, gentlemen? 8 out of 10? 8.5 out of 10?
8 out of 10.
For me,
I would say 8 out of 10. That's
just because I'm not a huge fan of Belgian ales, this would be probably a 6 out of 10 for me. But as Belgian ales go, it's really good.
Yeah. All right.
now. Yeah, this is. I could see myself buying another sixer of this.
I could drink it.
that's
I
good.
could pound this.
That's good brew.
I love this beer.
Yeah.
That's good brew.
To be fair, I haven't seen a Rusty Rail beer that I don't like.
Yeah, no, they all their selections pretty fucking good.
I've tried a good amount of them.
They have some good IPAs. And
Yeah,
I know you're
absolutely.
not a big fan of IPAs.
Well, see, my brother-in-law got an IPA that tasted just like Guinness. Tasted exactly
Was it
like
the Rail Spike?
Don't remember.
Oh, the real spike's fucking good.
It's just like Guinness.
That's
It's
an IPA,
nice and
yeah.
thick.
So you have had
So-
Guinness is like the only IPA that I like.
So when you go into the Rusty Rail,
What? It's a stout. That's right.
when
Sorry,
did you go to the
my
Rusty Rail? Did you go with them?
bad. I went there
Oh, you gotta go.
I
Thanksgiving.
went separate.
Thanksgiving, the weekend of Thanksgiving.
No, I really like the Rusty Rail. Normally they have like live music every Friday night, which is pretty good. I saw a band called Wild Adriac or Adratic or something like that. It was like a Zeppelin.
Adirondack?
Yeah, there we go. It's it was like a Zeppelin cover band.
Yeah,
it
that's
was
pretty
pretty good. I bought a pretty cool T-shirt they had. It's a shirt that says Fro Choice because the one guy has an afro. It's
That's
pretty
pretty
pretty clever
That's
shirt.
pretty-
We are in
That's
the
good.
process of getting in there, actually.
Oh, really?
By the way, yeah.
That's gonna be a good step. My
You gonna go to that?
Oh fuck yeah, I'm there about it.
my niece is
I'm all
getting a
over
job
that.
there.
Nice.
My
We're
niece-
playing at the Old Forge here soon, too.
Here's the thing I don't understand. My niece,
yes,
my
I'm
niece is
there
getting a
too.
job there as a waitress. She's only 16, or maybe she's 17. Not
She
old.
just wouldn't be able to sell alcohol.
Isn't that weird though? Like, because
Yeah,
you
but-
go there and you can order out. I mean, assumingly, that's the point you're going to a brewery for, or alcohol at the table. So she's just like,
But they're a restaurant. I mean,
you know,
food's
I get,
really
I
good.
feel that, no, I feel the food's great. The thing is like, how do you approach a situation?
I don't
if someone's like, hey, I'd like to order a
that's
beer,
all governed by PLBC.
would she just be like, I can't sell you beer? And these people at the table are like,
Then get us
Probably,
the fuck?
I'd probably put her something on something
Where she
specific
would,
with
yeah.
maybe like in the kitchen or something.
that. Yeah.
Now on the second floor, they have some pretty sweet arcade tables.
I didn't get to go up there. I was
Yeah,
so
it's
mad.
awesome.
It's
It's
sweet.
awesome.
I was so sad.
Yeah, dude.
I
Absolutely.
ate downstairs when I went, but we went up there to kill some time.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
It's like it's
sweet.
got pool tables and shit up there. It's a pretty good
A
time.
lot of mounts. In
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good time. So if you're ever in the neighborhood of Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania, a lot of you who come to visit for the Little League World Series, I know that you're all over the area.
Yeah.
Check out Mifflinburg, the Rusty Rail. Fantastic.
It's kind of in the middle. Like, I was surprised at how far away it was from my mom's house. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. I've never been to Mifflinburg before.
Yeah, I mean, aside from the Rusty Rail, you're not really.
I'll take you the back road. Well, no, you and I have gone the back road over there.
I don't remember.
Going over to RB Winter State Park.
Oh yeah. You could take
When the hell did we go to Arby Winter State Park?
You and I went
fucking
one day.
road
We
is that?
drove over to the dam. Halfway dam.
I don't think that was me, dude.
Pretty sure we did.
No, but I know where he's talking about.
Go over Loganton.
That's like right by, like, you drive by my apartment on Buffalo Road going that way through Lewisburg. But no, Mifflinburg is actually the first place when I moved here back in like 2004. Played Ring a Knife at the West End Fair. And I was like, where the fuck am I at? Mifflinburg, PA.
Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Home of the Wild
All right, before we
Cats.
get into it, let's do the whiskey as well.
Pop open the Four Rose whiskey from what year, Watson?
This is, I believe, 1957.
1957, as 50 Cent. likes to say.
Their Canadian whiskey line. This has never been opened.
Canadian whiskey.
It causes great pain to open this, but at the same time, good friends, good drinks, good times. Oh,
Gentlemen, I think.
Oh.
Smell that bitch.
Give her a whiff. Oh, that'll put some hair.
She's gonna be toxic. All right. Smells a lot like whiskey. Gentlemen, I think eventually we all need to get character glasses. So like
like our own choice of
yeah, like I got this because
I still debate
of course,
drinking out of that one.
We wash it up.
a couple times. I still wouldn't drink that. That was a homeless man's urinal.
It's probably fucking.
Gives it character.
Probably did heroin out of that thing.
If you guys want to know what happened to get this glass, watch one of the previous.
Is that the one that got deleted?
Hopefully not. Who knows?
I think it might be.
Who knows?
It's $1 on Patreon. I'm kidding. Don't give us money.
Yeah, we definitely do not have the fan base open a Patreon. Maybe someday. Probably not.
Nah. Fuck that.
Yeah, you want to give us money so we can make free content? Fucking
Well, this probably has
Patreon.
all kinds of microbes in it.
Good.
Yeah.
We're gonna get sick as shit.
So
I thought alcohol was
can't
sterile.
die.
Look at that lip.
Aww.
I mean, it was sealed. I mean,
Oh, that's strong.
plus like, whiskey's such a strong alcohol that you can probably use it as like a
And you can use it as an antiseptic.
yeah.
What
So
the fuck is this shit?
first off,
I'm not doing that.
You're mixing flavors. You
Gentlemen?
play a dangerous game. No, let the palate air out. Now you just contaminated the palate.
Yeah, put that down for a bit. Put that down.
shall we step in to the T-ball challenge arena?
We shall.
Dum dum.
Recap on last week's
So,
challenges.
last week's challenge for me was to play Persona 4 Arena and challenge Pedro.
This might have been on the episode that was canceled
No,
too.
it wasn't. No, I have that episode on my computer still. I did play through Persona 4 Arena, and I did play Pedro about an hour ago. He wrecked me. We traded hands. I won one round. Pedro won two. Best out of three. Pedro is the solemn winner of the T-ball challenge. So
Congrats. Good job, though. What'd you think?
I thought it was great. My biggest problem was that when you're going through the story mode, it's white text across the screen, and it's like pretty rudimentary text. I had trouble reading it sometimes.
Okay.
That was my biggest issue with the game. A lot of people had problems I was seeing with like they were like, oh, it's like fucking like 40 minutes of text and like a 30-second fight.
We'll take a visual novel.
It's a visual novel. I didn't have a problem with that. I enjoy the Persona writing. But again, like I can't get into Persona 4 characters. Although I didn't have as much of a problem with it in this one as I did in Persona 4 of the game, because I actually had to fucking sit for like 80 hours in Persona 4 of the game. With this, it was a lot shorter. I could get into like the main character talking and whatnot. But Watson, you know what? No, I'll do it. Continue. What was your challenge? And talk about it.
That I challenged somebody or somebody else challenged?
No,
was
you
the
had the
challenge you got?
you got the challenge from Seth.
Oh, all right. My challenge was to play Batman, the Telltale series.
Season 1, by the way.
Season 1. Episodes 1 through 5. What did I think about it? I thought it was an excellent game, actually.
Okay.
I thought it would be if he was honey dicking us the whole time, and he was like, I fucking love that game.
It was no, it was actually an excellent game. The
Sorry.
it was neat to. That was my first Telltale series game that I've actually gotten into and completed. It was very interesting to see your choices. The way it shapes a story, like when you're getting this small time limit to, you've got these 3 choices to do, and it's like, well, this one you got to kind of quick and think, where is this?
Puts pressure on you.
It's kind of almost like a political game.
Yeah,
because it's making you politically think what are the effects, the positive and the adverse effects of this question.
the way I play through it is like, if I was Bruce Wayne, what would I say? In this situation.
I feel like normally I would, but because I was on a time constraint for this one, I kind of played through as I wanted to see a different Batman than what the comics or the shows or movies ever showed.
Yeah.
So I completely changed up. I was very violent.
Nice.
Alfred was getting a little frustrated with me.
You were the DCEU Batman.
Yeah.
The one that fucking shoots people and breaks their necks.
Yeah.
You were Thomas Wayne.
Essentially, I impaled. What's his fuck?
Falcone.
I impaled him.
Fucked him up.
But no, I thought it was an excellent game. I would, as far as that type of game goes, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10.
Oh wow, that's high praise. High praise.
What the fuck's happening here?
I did enjoy playing as Bruce Wayne more than Batman. Like when it gave you the options of choosing. I think it did that about probably once every episode. It asked you, would you rather...
there was like a theme in the episodes where like there's a detective part.
Yeah.
There's like a part where you can choose. There's like a serious, you're gonna be Batman part then, and so.
And then there was the part that chose almost. I think 4 out of 5 of them I did Bruce Wayne just because I liked the development of his persona in that section. There was only one of them that I felt just with my playing style on, I had to pick Batman to follow what I was doing. But all the other ones I did that, and it was interesting to see the alternate story that kind of unfolded.
I love Telltale Batman because it turns the whole Batman mythos on its head.
I like that.
Like everything's different. Fucking the Penguin's different.
Yeah.
They introduced a new cool character in Lady Arkham, which I thought was really cool.
That was insane. Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, and that threw a lot of curveballs at you. I'm definitely going to play the second one.
He was honey dicking us.
Were you really honey dicking us?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I very much enjoyed it.
Well played, Watson Thompson.
Yeah.
For those out of the loop, Watson and pretty much led me to believe he hated this game the entire 2 weeks. Very well played.
That is a good honey. That's a quality honey dick.
By the way,
honestly,
Pedro,
you know me. If I hated it, would I have finished the game? No, I wouldn't have.
I don't know. We're in the T-ball challenge. We're in the arena right now.
Yeah,
We're slugging it out for the T-ball
something,
goal.
you know as well as anybody else, I can convince myself out of doing something like that.
I feel like you've gotten pretty good challenges thus far.
Yeah.
Invincible's a slam dunk. The fucking
Police not to would have liked.
You would. It was an unfortunate
I waited
situation.
too long for that one. That was my own doing. I still eventually I do want to play that.
And Telltale Batman's a slam dunk.
Absolutely
Yeah, it was
slam
excellent
dunk.
game.
By the way, I know this is our video game podcast. Where's Telltale Batman episode 4? What the fuck?
January 23rd.
Oh,
Yeah.
coming up.
I know.
Excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till that's all done. So
Yeah, I would recommend that.
The thing that I love about Telltale games is they're so fucking cheap.
Yeah.
Telltale Batman Season 2 is $20 right now.
Yep.
And Season 1 I bought for $20. The hard copy. Fucking hell yeah.
Yep.
Kidding me?
I always recommend getting the hard copy.
You
Get the
kidding
whole
me?
fucking season.
Hell yeah. All right, Pedro, what about you? What was your challenge this week?
So my challenge, I was challenged by Watson to keep a journal of my life the last 2 weeks, and here, when I read you guys the journal earlier, you could just see the slow descent of somebody who's fairly good mindset to just a broken man.
Yeah.
And so my thing was
quite enjoyable. I did not regret giving him that.
I've been trying to ponder in my head the best way to make that an entertaining part of the podcast. I just can't figure it out. There's too much text there.
Yeah.
But I will say, You claimed that I may be a bigot because I hate Sarah Lance and Miles Morales. No, they're just shitty characters. I'm not going to go to the Miles Morales rabbit hole with my fucking ranting because
this isn't a comic podcast.
This isn't a comic podcast, even though there's going to be a lot of comic talk in this podcast. Miles Morales is a fucking shit character, Pedro. He's a shit character. I said I wasn't going to do it. I'm already going down.
So hang on. So what do you think about the new Black Lightning show on CW?
I don't know. I don't know anything about Black Lightning.
You a Static Shock guy?
Never watched it.
What about Black Panther? Let me hear your thoughts.
Well, Black Panther is like whatever, but like the thing is about Black Panther is that he's been irrelevant for 40 years.
Irrelevant for 40 years. So he can't get a cup of coffee. He can't get his own movie. We gave Ant-Man a movie.
Yeah, big mistake.
I thought Ant-Man was a pretty good movie.
Ant-Man. Although I will say the part where he's fighting fucking the Falcon,
and they keep changing back.
That was just so funny. I was like, this is hilarious.
Right. So what about when Falcon takes up the Captain America mantle? How'd that make you feel? Thoughts on that side?
Made me angry.
Okay. Noticing a pattern here. Just
okay.
Saying.
Okay, but you're pushing the Marvel diversity route. Here's the thing. Here's what I'll tell you.
Is that why
Pedro.
You make Pedro sit on the floor every time he comes in?
Yeah. Here's the thing. DC introduced a whole slew of new characters. One of them is called Sideways. He's a super cool character, and when I was reading the previews for it, basically this character he can split through dimensions.
Yeah.
He can split through time and space, and just like, and he's a superhero, right? He's got a cool costume. And I was reading it, and I was looking through it, and I was like, the preview, I was like, they never once show his face in this. I was like,
so he can be whoever.
I bet he's like a fucking like black dude or Asian, or he's some sort of diversity group. I looked it up, and he's Puerto Rican. I was like, totally cool. Here's my biggest problem with comics right now, and specifically Marvel. And we're gonna talk about this later. Is that Marvel pushes diversity just to take advantage of the fucks that are like, oh, more diversity in comics, right? I want to make this perfectly clear right now. No one at the top level of Marvel Studios gives a flying fuck about it. They're all rich white dudes.
Swear on the Bible.
Swear on the Bible. They're all rich white dudes that are trying to make more money. All right? And guess what? They know they can get you by being like, hey, guess what? Captain America's a black guy now. And by the way, he's being replaced by the Falcon, who's a fucking Z-list superhero. When if realistically, can anyone argue this, that realistically, if Captain America died, that Iron Man wouldn't take over the Avengers? Is there any argument there? No.
I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, no.
There's no argument there. Iron Man would absolutely take over the Avengers.
I haven't watched any of those, so I don't know.
See, because my thoughts on it, I don't necessarily care either way what the race or gender of a superhero is. If they're a cool character, I think they're a cool character.
Exactly.
I get his point, though. What he's saying is they're trying to push and change things just for sales pitch when you've got people that have followed it for years that love, like, Peter Parker and all this stuff.
But to that quorum, all I get is vibe. That's it. That's all we got. Vibe.
Oh, you mean like
Hispanic cool comic book characters,
Now,
and on the CW show, the vibe always fucking never gets the girl, or he goes for the ugly one.
So I didn't even see when I thought about it, I didn't even think he was Puerto Rican or Mexican or
he's Hispanic.
Brown people.
His name's Cisco. What the fuck did you think he was?
Cisco
Ramon.
Here's how much of a nerd I am. When I think of Cisco, I think about the networking company.
Wow, I think of the fucking dragon, the thong song, the thong.
But here's the thing though, Pedro, is that like I'm fine with like different colored characters. Like that's totally cool. Like I'm not trying to be an asshole. It's just like
don't change character. Make new characters. Don't change things.
Here's the thing people don't understand though. Like you don't get attached to the mask and the character in the mask. You get attached to the person behind it. That's what the stories are about, right? It's not really about fucking Spider-Man swinging through New York City. It's about Peter Parker and his struggles. So when you kill Peter Parker off and try to replace him, well, that person's always just going to be the person that replaced Peter Parker. So like recently in Spider-Man, Miles gave the mask away. He's like, I want to be my own man. I'm like, that's awesome because that's exactly.
Were you like Miles Morales now?
Yeah, like that's fine. Like if Miles Morales, they put Miles Morales in a cool costume and be like, oh, he's fucking arachnid now or whatever. I'm like, sure.
What if he becomes a symbiote?
That'd be pretty sweet.
Well, Eddie Brock's Venom right now, but
just saying, what if he becomes?
What if it splits off? What if his
symbiote
symbiote has children again?
Yeah. What if he's Carnage?
There's just okay. That could be kind of. There's just so many symbiotes out there now. They just had a fucking thing called Venom Incorporated, where like the dude he spit symbiotes into like all these different people, and they just have symbiote masters like.
There's like 7 of them. Aren't there?
We're stuck in a fucking horrible story. Help us! Fucking like just. I don't know. I fucking hate Marvel Comics right now. We're gonna talk about that later, but yeah. But your TBAW challenge, hilarious. What else was it? What were other funny parts?
Him
talking about masturbating all the time.
Yeah, there's masturbation sprinkled in.
Time to spank the monkey, he says.
to like highlight it all, like if one phrase were to echo from all that, it was Pedro out betas.
Honest, this smells like straight acetone. Like this is fucking hard. Like
yeah, this.
I told you, like it doesn't age in the bottle, but.
That's good. That's smooth. That's smooth as fuck.
Whoa.
That's super smooth. Pedro.
Fuck am I?
This is really good whiskey.
Wait,
right?
wait. Do you not like whiskey?
I don't hate it. I don't love it.
Dude, we can substitute your drink. We can always give you a thing of tequila.
No.
I think maybe we should ask Pedro if he liked whiskey before we had a show called 2 Beers and a Whiskey.
No, because I don't mind whiskey. I normally am more of just a beer guy. Like I don't really indulge in anything.
Actually, I'm sorry. I am so sorry for what I just did. I just associated him because you are Hispanic with tequila, and that is incorrect.
Yeah.
Your people
drink Bacardi.
You drink rum.
Yeah, we're rum people.
And I'm sorry. Do you like rum? Do you want some rum?
No, I'm gonna stick with my whiskey here.
All right, because this is really good whiskey. You understand? This would sell for quite a bit of money.
Why gets called out for being racist?
I got a weird taste out of it. Like I didn't taste.
Slosh a little bit.
No, like
spit it on the floor.
It tasted like something like I was fucking like something that was foreign, like a foreign substance.
Put it in your mouth and swish it through your teeth. I can't believe you just fucking did that. That's
making a dick out of you.
That's so funny. How was that experience? That suck?
No.
I did it. It sucked.
All right, yeah, you fucking nailed your challenge, Pedro.
Oh. Don't do that. Don't you do that.
What's your gargling moron?
It hit the back of my throat. I didn't mean to.
Don't you do that.
So, are you good? Yep, come get your man.
Okay, so just rounding up, finishing this. How was your journaling experience? Do you feel like it was annoying? Did you enjoy writing in your journal?
Well, at first, I was starting to enjoy it. There are certain nights where I was kind of like, when I get home from work, I'm fucking tired. I'm like, motherfucker.
I don't feel like fucking doing this.
Yeah, but like...
So, you know what would be really funny if you just wrote in that day, like, I don't feel like doing this.
Well, I told you that, like you don't have to write a whole lot. Just like a brief recap, or if you're not, whatever's on your mind.
Well, my thing is like when I start writing and then like stuff starts flowing at me because I'm a writer by trade. Like I love to write. So and sometimes like certain thoughts I have, like my random thoughts on the Arrowverse that I was just kept coming out.
So like you brought up fucking what's his name, Static Shock.
Yeah.
So I'm done with the fucking Arrowverse. Like I'm. He's kind of in that CW verse, right? Like, I'm over it.
I thought he was a Marvel character.
Static Shock's definitely not a Marvel character.
Yeah, who cares?
Look that up.
Irrelevant,
please.
But my thing was like, because I did a deep. Here we go, talking about fucking comic books again. But
we're talking about comics a lot this podcast.
I did a deep dive into the Arrowverse. I finished season
DC
4 of the Flash. No, yeah, season 3. Fuck season 3.
There's one less season than Arrow, so season 4 would be the latest season.
Yeah, season 3 of The Flash, which I thought kind of sucked.
Is it the one
Savitar?
With, Savitar, yeah.
Like, when they make that reveal of who the villain is, I'm like, that's kind of dumb. Yeah. But, because I was telling you my thoughts on this, like, I thought they really, like, I get it, it's a fucking 42-minute show, you can only do so much in an episode. But, like, I think they didn't use Gorilla Grodd correctly. He's a big villain. And I thought they shot their load early in season 1 with revealing Reverse Flash. Yeah. Like, he's a huge fucking villain for the Flash. He's like the arch enemy. And then when you get Zoom in season 2, who turns into you-know-who, it's just...
My thing with CW is that they're trying to go the Supernatural route, where like Supernatural has 13 seasons.
Yeah. I don't think you could do 13 seasons of either show at this point.
Especially because there's 24 episodes a season.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, they need to shorten up, do the Game of Thrones route.
Yeah.
12 episodes a season. Here's the story. We're out.
Yeah.
Make a Gorilla Grodd season. Make a Captain Cold season. Make just all this different shit because. Let's be honest, Captain Cold's like one of Flash's main villains,
right? And
Flash just disposes of him in the first season like he's nothing.
Right, but I like what they've done with that character. Like Wentworth Miller's put some respect on that name.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He could have been the first season's villain. Yeah. Then he could have the same arc going into the next seasons, like where he's still like that kind of anti-hero type character.
Right.
So,
but I just feel like a lot where the I forget what the fuck the acronym for the DC. I forget what they call the TV universe.
DCU.
The DC is it. It's not the I forgot the DC TV reverse, whatever the fuck it is.
It's called the Arrowverse.
Yeah, but I thought like it doesn't matter. But I think they get fucked a lot of the time because like when they make those teases to certain characters, the cinematic universe will be like, no, we're gonna use them. Like, no, you can't use them. That's why you don't see Deathstroke anymore on Arrow.
He just came back this season.
No, but they don't let them use the rights or something like that. They'll deny it or something.
I don't know if that's right, Pedro.
Well, this is what I've heard from the scuttlebutt.
Because Deathstroke plays a major part in the current season of Arrow, from what I understand.
Really?
Yeah, because he had a part in the last season of Arrow at the very end, and he's also in this season of Arrow.
Now, are we talking Slade Wilson or Billy Wintergreen?
Slade Wilson.
Okay.
Yep.
So, are we getting Manu Bennett back in our lives?
Yep.
Okay. See, I'm okay with that, but I know like they've pulled characters. I know like the Suicide Squad. They told them to back off, and they replaced Harley Quinn with Cupid.
Oh, Suicide Squad sucks.
I know that movie was terrible, but
the whole idea behind Suicide Squad sucks.
I think so too. But then what the stupid shit they did was, I know they wanted to use the Question, fucking like X level fucking character in the fucking cinematic.
Literally just a rip off of the Riddler.
Right, and they're like, we want to use him. No, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I'm hoping with Flashpoint in the DC EU. I'm hoping that they kind of just are like, guess what? Now the TV universe and movie universe are in the same universe. That would be ideal for me.
That wouldn't even happen though.
Why?
I mean, unless the Barry Allen from fucking Justice League is the same fucking idiot from fucking the show. Like,
well, because like Barry Allen would theoretically be in a different universe, and then when he went to Flashpoint, because they had Crisis on Infinite Earth, they had Flashpoint, they had several whatever crisis. They have a crisis like every 10
Crisis
years.
on Earth 10 or some shit.
Yeah, they have a ton of crises in DC, and it's like every time there's all these different universes, and they all collide.
Right.
So,
but then in the fucking most recent season, like the fucking, do you see who plays Reverse Flash again?
No,
it's fucking Tom Cavanaugh.
I haven't watched the Reverse Flash, so I haven't watched Arrow lately.
Give me a Reverse Flash.
I watched the Savitar season. I was like,
fucking stupid.
I watched the Savitar season, and then I watched the last season of Arrow, and simultaneously, like back to back, I watched them. And I was like, you know what?
I'm done.
Done with the Arrowverse. Fuck this. This is fucking
I
dumb.
recommend you check out season 2 of Legends of Tomorrow, though.
I can't, Pedro.
It was quite entertaining for an ensemble show. I thought they have a lot of fun with it.
They picked the worst characters from all the two different shows and they put them together.
They have a good time with it. We get a Jonah Hex episode. We get fucking every fucking episode. Like the JSA episodes were great. I thought.
No, I watched the JSA episodes. I was like, this is no dumb.
They were great. But hang on. Side note. Our Man might be the dumbest fucking superhero I've ever heard of.
Oh, really? No.
Him and the Mirakuru pills, whatever the fuck he takes, that last an hour.
Not the fucking owl.
An hour.
No, sorry, not Owlman. The fucking
Obsidian.
The Atom, who's a blatant ripoff of Ant-Man.
I like the Atom. I don't like. I mean, it's funny to see how many like rungs on the ladder Brandon Ralph can hit, and I feel like we got room to get lower. Stay tuned.
Fun fact: Owlman is actually Bruce Wayne's brother on Earth 3.
Our Man?
I'm sorry, I thought you said Owlman.
No, Our Man. The guy who's like, he takes a pill, gets like super strength for an hour. And that's it. And he named himself Our Man.
I'm done with the DC.
He's like, hey guys, want to know my fucking fatal flaw?
Yeah.
I can only last an hour.
But, now, wrapping up the T-Ball Challenge Arena.
Jesus Christ.
Our point system now goes, me and Watson with both 2 points. Pedro, you have 1 point. So, shall we jump into challenges for the next episode?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll start off. Seth? Have fun reading this, motherfucker.
John Tucker Must Die. Nope.
No, assholes finished.
Oh, dude, you'll like that book.
I know I will.
The movie's fantastic.
I know this is right up my alley. I just don't like reading.
He's the consummate bro.
So I'm
probably gonna get the ebook. I'm probably gonna read it again after you're done. I haven't read it in a couple years.
You should read it and then watch the movie.
What's
I
the
don't think
movie
it's
called?
not the same as a movie.
No, but it's similar premise. Tucker Max.
Well, this is just about his.
400 pages.
It's not gonna take you that long, dude.
I think it's a great book.
400 pages.
Guarantee that's no longer than Telltale series Batman.
Yeah, but that's enjoyable.
That's enjoyable.
video
It's
game.
fucking hilarious.
I gotta spend the
Yeah,
rest-
Tucker Max.
I gotta spend the next 2 weeks reading. I don't like-
Oh, fucking God forbid you read a fucking book.
Listen, I've read one book since high school.
Well, now it's gonna be two.
Now it's gonna
or
be
else
two.
You're gonna take that L.
Take that L. Take that fucking L.
I'm not taking the fucking L.
All
I'll
right.
tell you that right now.
All right, Seth. Lay it on me.
I informed you this was going to be a comic book podcast. There's going to be a lot of comics in this podcast.
Oh, I'm gonna have to read a fucking.
Nope.
Okay.
Here's what I want you to do, Pedro.
Okay.
I think it's going to be fun.
Okay.
It's going to be a little fun little mission here. I want you to create your own superhero.
Okay.
You're going to create your own superhero. You're going to create his powers, his backstory,
Okay.
and here's the fun part. I want you to draw a picture of him. And next episode, we're going to go over this superhero, his powers, his weakness, maybe make a supervillain for him to go against.
Okay. Yeah. You
All right.
leave this to me.
Captain
Yeah.
Cup and Big. Do it.
And then we're gonna go over your superhero you created next week.
Okay.
Make a backstory. Make a
I got this. Do you want it typed, written?
whatever you want, whatever you feel is appropriate. Because I want you to draw a nice little picture of him, and his weapons he uses or powers.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a fun little challenge, I think.
Okay.
That was creative.
Yeah, that is creative.
Put some effort into it, buddy. How about you put some effort into it?
I put effort into every chapter. Well, except the one. Because that fuck that.
Legend of Dragoon.
Yeah,
You're like,
fuck
this is
everything
fucking
in that-
bullshit.
And that was associated with.
All right.
So, now I have my challenge for
Fucking
Watson.
do it, Pedro. Do it.
Because I always want him thinking it's going to be something horrible.
Yeah.
Something terrible. Because, as you know, Watson opened our first salvo of the challenge with making me do something I absolutely hated, and he knew it.
I misjudged the situation
Yeah, he used...
drastically.
Something we preach on this show is using tact, and he did not do so. So, my challenge for old Watson here... Now, he thinks he's going to hate it, but this is a game from his past that he doesn't have quite the best memory of, but I think I got him pegged.
Okay, you got him pegged.
Have I played it?
Yes, maybe.
Okay, here we
Because
go.
when he described it to me, sounded about right.
Okay.
But either way, I think he'll like it.
Okay.
Or he'll hate it, and it'll be fucking great. So, Watson, you are going to play Parasite Eve.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh.
Here we go.
Hand it to him.
Here's the best part about this. Watson hates playing as women in games because he's a sexist.
Go ahead.
That's a great game.
It's a fantastic game.
It's another solid challenge to Watson. Watson's getting like legitimately solid challenges in this entire show. He's just bitching about him. He's getting like the best challenges, and he's just like, this fucking sucks.
This fucking sucks.
Oh God, always with the.
You have the fucking demo disc too.
Yeah.
Fucking high five, man. That's amazing. You don't see that.
Yeah, we don't play no fucking games here.
Disc 1, Disc 2. Fuck yeah, both of them there, don't you?
Hope you're ready to
So
boot
you've
up that.
thought of everything, have you,
I
Pedro?
do.
Hope you're ready to boot up that PS3. And
It
that's
doesn't work. The PS4 doesn't.
Oh, PS3.
yeah.
Yeah, you're good. And you got a PS1 out there. I've seen it. You're good.
Yeah, but it won't work.
I got memory cards for you.
It's not that. It's the rear plug's not working right.
So be careful with that. That's a collectible game, especially because he's got the demo disc in there.
Maybe if I break one of them, you'll quit giving them to me.
I'll just buy another one.
It's a solid choice.
That's it.
And I know you're just gonna bitch about it the whole time. Here's the thing though, don't sleep on that because I think that's a longer game.
It's about 15 hours.
Yeah.
Fuck. Motherfucker's trying to play fucking Last of Us up in here, and you just won't have that.
No.
Don't sleep on it.
I just want to play the games I want to play.
So Watson, I really think you will like that game.
I really don't.
No, I really think
I'm telling you, I
he's
don't.
convincing
Here we go.
himself. He's
This is
But
what he
I
does.
don't like
This is what he
I don't
does.
like horror games.
It's not a horror game.
What's it about?
It's an RPG.
It's an RPG. It's about this. Okay, so you're in New York City. Starts off you're going on a date, going to the opera, and
Oh, getting fucked.
no, I mean there may be some. Well, it's 1999, so there's probably like some VHS and chill, but basically you're a cop, Aya Brea, and out you meet Eve. She's an opera singer. But what she does is she makes people spontaneously combust using their mitochondria in their cells.
That's awesome.
It's really scientific.
I've always wanted to play that.
It's a really good game. It's a fantastic game. It is a masterpiece.
I've always wanted to play that.
That game is PS1 classic. And look at the fucking face I get. Look at the fucking face I get.
No gratitude.
No fucking gratitude.
He's getting fucking a roller coaster here.
Like Watson is getting like a crash course in like video games as an art form, and he
really has. Like,
and he fucking hates hates every second of it.
He just wants to kill fucking shit with a gun, and he's just like,
How about we just spoil The Last of Us for him right now?
Let's not do that.
Guess who dies?
That's pretty much gives everything away. Because there's only 2 main characters, so wonder which one of them is going to be.
It's both of them.
You wouldn't tell me that. I don't know.
We wouldn't do that to you, Watson, but that's your challenge. I hope you enjoy it. I think you will enjoy it. I think you will.
By the way, not a spoiler for The Last of Us. Guess Who Dies is not a spoiler for The Last of Us. But guess who dies?
Enjoy that.
God damn it.
That's not even my full revenge, Watson. You know not what comes your way.
You deserve that.
But he didn't even do it.
No, you deserve it. And he didn't get his points. He didn't do it. He didn't get his points.
Yeah.
Do you want to get your points? Because guess what? That's gonna put me in the lead.
I've been looking at this game because I want to buy it, and she's just going up in price.
Einhander.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, that's a PS1 gem right there.
Yeah, that's a great game.
Not getting her.
Yep, no. You might as well get the fucking PS1 Classic and call it a fucking day. $5.
Listen, PS1 collecting's dangerous territory because there's RPGs on that system that are well over $100.
Yeah, that's $284.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, no, don't do that.
That's one of the most rare games on PS1.
Yep. Along with Suikoden 2 is the other one.
Suikoden 2, fucking Vagrant Hearts or
He
whatever.
and I were having this conversation earlier. Like that one, like all the games that I want that I don't have, or like I didn't even
super
know.
expensive.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Welcome to the world of PS1 collecting.
The other one's called Toomba. You ever played
Yeah, that's
that?
a rare game.
I
That's
love
rare
that
shit.
game.
Yeah,
And I
super
never
rare.
finished it.
Here's the thing about video game collecting, Watson. You're gonna find out soon is that these games aren't rare. They're just
In demand.
in demand.
But if you go on the fucking PS1 or the PlayStation 3 in the store, like you can get a fair amount of them for like $5.
Yep.
So.
Yeah,
And I love it when they
Toomba
come
itself
out.
is fucking $500.
Yeah.
Would that be on the PS?
I think isn't Toomba 2 even more
Yeah,
rare?
it's like stupidly rare.
I didn't even know they made a second one.
Yeah.
Alright, so
That was
moving
a
on.
fun ass game.
Yeah.
That and Einhander.
I have a nice collection of PS1 RPGs, but I don't have the super rare ones.
No.
You know, I have like Breath of Fire 4, which is
good
a
game.
good, great game.
Quality game.
Medium rarity.
Yeah, I would say medium rare. Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen, shall we jump into our topics? Who wants to go this week? Who wants to start it off?
I will.
Yeah, you will. Okay.
My topic is our greatest fears.
Hmm.
Like what scares you, gentlemen, more than anything else?
Okay.
Like, let's pick one thing.
We're gonna try the deep waters here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try deep waters. I had an uncle. His name was Uncle Robert.
Uh-oh. I don't like where this is fucking going.
Not Sweelie. Fuck you.
He was technically my granduncle. He's my grandmother's brother. He died alone. He never had a long-term girlfriend. He was never married. He lived alone, and then his sister moved in and took care of him for a while. But he never found that. And I remember
Did he want to?
Yeah, I remember him telling me one year, a few years ago, before he died, he was like, "Oh, Seth, I had good girls. I should have held on to them." And this is a man in his last years of life. He was like, I could never make it happen, and I should have kept with him. And I was like,
That's the saddest fucking thing.
I was
ever.
like, whatever. He died. I think he was 85. Spent his entire adult life alone.
That explains so much about you and your
Yeah.
thought pathology in regards to relationships.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
That
it does.
explains so fucking much.
Yeah, and
Good God.
And as an adult now, I'm like, that's fucking horrifying. Because I didn't think because you don't really think that shit happens in your real life, and then that happened to my uncle, and it's he was a good guy, great guy. He was a fucking World War II vet. He was awesome, and he just couldn't make it happen.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it was super sad.
Interesting. That explains so much about you. That in regards to relationships.
When I think about I'm fucking scared of spiders and fucking
No, but that's like a bone chilling fear because
Yeah.
it affects the way you think in regard, like you being afraid of spiders. That's like, okay, you have arachnophobia.
That has me like second questioning. Am I really afraid? What I'm afraid of? But the answer is still yes.
But see, it's interesting because like what I fear most is almost in stark contrast to what you fear.
Being in a relationship.
No, like
being happy.
I fear commitment in regards to like I talked with this about you talked about this with you earlier. In regards like I don't like being attached to one thing for too long. Like because I get this like anxiety when when I work at the same place for too long, when I live somewhere for too long, like when I'm with someone for too long, I feel claustrophobic and like I feel smothered and like all I want to do is get away. Like all I want to do is break away and just break off and do something different or change things up. And that's why I think I'm okay with like I lived in Lewisburg for years and fucking was miserable, hated it. And like I had to move. Like I put the thought in my head like you have to fucking get the fuck out of here. And like even like in my job, like sometimes like I'll work somewhere maybe 2 years and like you gotta get the fuck out of here. You're stagnating. You're gonna fucking die here. Like you need to go. And sometimes like I'm like that just in general where I just like one day like I don't like the same routine. I don't like waking up to the same things or the same. I don't know. I just don't like the same. Like that's why I was talking about even my car. Like I've had my car for 4 years now. I'm like I want rid of this thing so fucking bad. Like I just don't understand. Like I just fear like anytime like I look at buying a home and there's like you can sign up for a 30-year mortgage. I want to start crying. Like like this is the next 30 years of your fucking life. Or so you can tell me some of the next 6 months of your life. I'm like Like I remember when I signed my lease for my apartment. I was like I don't fucking.
Speaking of which, by the way. I've been with this motherfucker for a whole year now.
Yeah.
It's been almost exactly a year. A little over it, but almost exactly a year. Mm-hmm. Time has flown by. I'll tell you what. When it sounds like that, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I just fear, like, I just fear, like, committing to the same things for long periods of time. Like, I just can't even, like, I'm getting goosebumps even thinking about it. Like, it's just like, ugh. And I don't know why that is. There's not one point in my life where I was committed to something where, like, that I have a trauma or anything like that. I just like, even as a kid, like I just always like the same routine would just either like burn me out because I'm subject to burnout really quickly in regards to like if I'm doing the same routine over and over, I will burn out. So I don't know what it is about the way I think or what it is, but I deeply fear commitment. Mm-hmm. Don't like it. Don't even like the idea of it.
And because the interesting part is you don't have a reason why. I think it's I don't know what his is, but I know with like fear, like with mine and yours, it's like one of those things that like it just chips away at you.
Yeah,
it's like because I had a really bad fear for a long time before I grew out of it and realized that's something that people have in their early 20s of like failure.
Yeah,
of being that fucking homeless
that loser,
guy.
Yeah, I get it.
That like never gets anywhere, always struggles forever, and then you kind of I think everyone in their early 20s has that fear because like I did drop out of college and I was like. Well, what the fuck? Because I was led to believe all through high school, you go to college or you fucking fail. Like those were the two paths they led us to believe in high school. And
there's way more paths.
I don't know how it was at Lewisburg, but
same thing.
Jersey Shore, everyone was like, "Gotta go to college. Never gonna get into a good college." And I'm like, "Oh, well, I don't really fucking want to go to college," you know. And I forced myself to, hated it, wasted $30,000.
That's what the trap you fall into. But like, kind of like your fear explains a shitload about you. I'm assuming. What I just said probably illuminated a lot about the way I think.
Yeah, it did. It definitely did. Yep. Mine's not going to. At all.
What are you scared of?
Oh, fucking
bread?
Bread. With legs.
Fucking scared of bread?
No. I am
olives?
Scared to death. I have two fears. My biggest one is snakes. I am scared to death of snakes. While you guys were talking about this, I got to thinking about my fear. And it gave me goosebumps thinking about snakes, and I was pulling my feet off the ground and looking under my chair.
So, like, the Anaconda movie's not a no-go for you?
It's a no-go for you. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Duly noted.
When I was a painter, and the thing is, they always find me, no matter where I am. When I was in the desert, found fucking snakes. There are cobras in the desert, fun fact.
Oh, cool.
I feel like I assumed that.
No, you know what? I did not assume that, but not good to know.
Desert pit vipers that'll burrow under the sand.
Son of a bitch!
When you're walking by, they have hoods that stay above the sand so they can see, and then when you're there, you just see a dust cloud come up, and they're ready to fucking get you. Motherfuckers.
Now, this might make you feel better. Did you know that dogs are a natural predator of snakes? Like a pack of dogs will fuck up snakes real bad, like big ones. I watched a video on Reddit of this giant ass python, and these dogs are just fucking it up. Because what they do is they circle it, and then they'll bite its tail, and the snake will come around to fight that dog. The other dogs fucking bite it from this angle, and the snake it can't fucking latch on because the dogs are so fast they can pull away before the snake can attack them, and the dogs just fucking kill snakes, like big ones.
Good to know.
Pack of dogs. You're right. Fucking kill snakes.
I'm not a fucking dog, am I though? No.
Kind of.
No, I'm scared to fucking death of snakes. When I was a painter, I was on a 3rd story, working on a chimney. I was scraping away old caulking from the edge of a stone chimney into the side of this house. And I loved this job before this happened. Everyone else hated it because there were flies and shit. And I'm like, we were up in the mountains at this really old reservation. I loved it. Yeah. And I'm scraping away at this caulking to re-caulk it, and a fucking black snake shoots out of the chimney 3 stories up onto my arm. And I'm standing on a ladder with a stabilizer, and I just drop my paintbrush and my scraper that I had up there, and my paint bucket's hanging up on the the hooks they have for the. And I'm sitting there, and this thing with its round eyes, black snake, is just leaning out, watching me, like sniffing me with a snake, and I couldn't even scream. I was like, my heart just stopped. And I'm looking at this thing, and never had I looked into the eyes of such evil in my life. I'm not even fucking with you. And I was trying to yell for my supervisor, and nothing would come out. And then all of a sudden, I just started fucking like screaming, and he comes running around because he doesn't know what's wrong. And he's like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Mike, there's a fucking snake up here!" And they already know because we've run into snakes before on other jobs. So they're like, "Bud, you need to come down the stairs." And I'm like, and the snake's like on the rungs, like it's right out there. I'm like, "Mike, I can't touch the ladder." And like I have one hand on the ladder and I'm leaning out like this. He's like, "You need to get back on the ladder fully." He's like, "You're gonna fall off," and it's all flagstone 3 stories below us. He's like, "If you fall," he's like, "You're not gonna walk again." And I was like, "Mike, I don't care. I'm gonna jump." And like in my mind, that was
that's where
I was so scared, like not even fucking with you. That was the rational decision for me to make.
So you're like the fucking Bam Margera.
Like I was literally ready to jump and break my legs to get away from the snake because I looked down while trying to keep the snake in my view. Where can I land that's gonna hurt me the least? Because I would have had to like the way I was leaning out to go down. I'm not gonna
see. Like I'm not really. Maybe if I saw a big snake, I'd be afraid. I'm not really scared. Like where I grew up.
Oh, garter snakes! I'm scared of them.
They're snakes forever. One time I was sitting there watching TV in my living room, and all of a sudden I look over and there's a snake hanging around my fireplace, like the vent.
Inside.
No, on the outside, hanging around the fucking flue handle of my fireplace. The fireplace is elevated from the log cabin, right? So he was hanging. He came out the hole. There's a little hole that must have came up from the basement or whatever. He wrapped himself around and was like trying to get down to the ground. I got up, and this might feel like a justified story to you. I got up, I grabbed our fire poker, which is like it's almost like a trident, has 3 prongs. Pinned him up against the fireplace and twisted. Ooh. And I twisted up like a fucking piece of spaghetti, Watson. And they're strong motherfuckers, by the way. You don't realize how fucking... It was a pretty big boxing. It was probably that big around.
Oh, yeah, they're really strong.
I was like, ooh, he hit... Half of his body was still in the hole. I was like, fucking twisting. I was like, Urgh! Like, really, like...
Yeah, they're all muscle, though.
Yeah. I picked him up, I just cracked him off the fucking fireplace. And...
You see, I'd be worried he was going to fly off and, like, land on me.
And, well, he was twisted up like a fucking piece of spaghetti, and I took him outside.
They're evil. They can shapeshift.
I took him outside and just shook him off and went back to my business. And then my dog got a hold of it and was playing with it. He was like, "Ree!"
No, I eventually made it off that, off the ladder. Like,
did you? I didn't.
He slowly coaxed me down off, and like this snake just watched me, and I did not go back up there. I was like, I can't finish that up there. More accurately, I got off while crying, and I walked over the bushes and threw up.
I'm trying to think of like other fears. I don't really have.
My second one is like talking to a psychiatrist. Or something, like somebody inside my head. When we came back from deployment, we had to sit in rooms with doctors and talk to them. And like I would have just as soon killed this guy than talk to him. Not meaning that I need to talk to him because I thought like that. I feel like being psychoanalyzed, that scares the shit out of me too.
For a while there, I was real scared to drink. because I was worried about like, because you don't know really, because I didn't drink until I was 21. I didn't have a single drink until I was 21, and you don't know what it's like drinking, until you do it.
So you don't know how much.
And I was worried because like I was already like a fucking black belt at the time. I was like a semi martial arts black belt. I was like, what if I just fucking go off the hinge drinking? Because like all these fucking like dark shit inside me like that I kind of like suppress all the time. And I'm like, what if I just fucking go off the hinge and just fucking murder the shit out of someone? So I had to fight this fear. I went because I knew this was completely irrational. Like I was logical about it. I knew it was irrational. And I was like, all right, I gotta fucking just deal with this so I can be a normal human being. So what I did was, when I turned 21, is I went into our liquor cabinet, poured myself like a fucking glass of whiskey, and just sat there and forced myself to drink it.
That doesn't sound like a healthy answer to your problem.
But I faced my fear, got through it, and it all turned out well in the end. So
It's a douchey fear.
is it douchey fear? I was worried that I was like gonna fucking go off the hinges.
You're not powerful enough to do something like that.
Probably have to fuck you up, that's for sure.
You aren't gonna win unless you have a snake in your hand. Then you're done.
Yeah.
Good to know.
That's one thing. Like guys I've worked with on the pipeline used to tell me like they're gonna find a black snake and they're gonna chase me with it. And I said I will grab whatever tool's near, like if it's a hoe or a pitchfork, and I'm gonna stab at that snake. If your face is on the other side of that, I would too. I wouldn't be able to not. If someone's like trying to put it in my face, I'm gonna fucking stab. And if I kill you, I wouldn't be able to stop because the snake's there.
You're basically Indiana Jones.
I think I'm more scared than Indiana Jones is.
So
I would have jumped out of the plane if the snake was on me.
So throwing a rubber snake in bed with Watson
No,
is probably
don't.
hilarious.
That's the
Apples
one
is
thing
coming
I will
out.
tell you. Never fuck with me about. There will be a firearm discharged in this house.
What if I throw it on Vicky? Bam!
Sorry, honey. Well,
You know black snakes rattle? They will rattle their
I
tails.
didn't know that.
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
I'm sure it depends on what kind of black snake.
No, just a regular black snake, like local to our area.
feel like
It's like a defense mechanism, and it'll make a because I thought it was a rattlesnake that had lost its, and they look nothing alike.
Yeah.
But I heard that noise and it was just fear blinded me. And a coworker of mine comes over, he's like, "Don't fucking hurt it." And he like picks it up and it's like curling around his arm, like, "You're fucking insane." And he's like, "They
So
don't
like,
do that."
when you see snakes on the road, do you drive over them in your car purposely?
Not necessarily.
I do.
Like I will respect the fact that like if I'm out hiking or something and I'm not trapped in by snakes,
Yeah.
if there's a snake over here,
Just walk up.
I'll walk over here because it's in its place where it's supposed to be. I'm out walking. I don't need to kill that. But if there's a snake in my yard, that motherfucker dies.
How do you kill him? You shoot him?
Oh yeah.
You
Shoot
see, like,
him. Machete. Machete's a little close, but I've used a machete. I've used an axe.
see, my dad taught me the easy way to kill snakes is just break their back. So like usually what I do is
You think I'm gonna fucking touch that thing?
Usually-
I won't even touch it with my hands to move it after.
no,
it's
I'm not
dead.
touching with my hands. Usually what I do is I just walk over like a branch or a shovel and just bop. Their backs break super easy. Like they're
That
super
doesn't
weak.
seem like a humane way to
So shooting it or hitting it with a machete?
shooting in the head. You're breaking its back. It's gonna.
Well,
take
you
a
break
bit
its
for-
back and then you chop its head off.
I just chop its head off right
So
away.
the shovel is a good tool because you can break its back with a shovel to make sure it doesn't
Yeah,
go
I use
away.
shovels just
and then
to-
like just one quick strike, just boom, beheads it, and you're done.
They live. I forgot how long they live after you cut their head off.
Not too long.
I can't imagine too long. It's a little bit.
All right, good topic, Watson.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I hope.
My anxiety's going through your roof.
Well, it's just like we have these like deep topics and then there's fucking...
Well, yeah, I kind of felt ashamed there, but like I was thinking, is there something else I can be more afraid of than that? But there isn't. There isn't. That's
Me and Pedro have these deep existential fears, and you're just like, I fucking hate snakes.
I'll cry, man. I'll fucking cry.
All right.
I also think you fear the unknown.
you fear the unknown,
I
Watson.
do, but not like snakes.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah.
Reach in my pants. What do you think you're gonna
Small
Air.
bit.
find? Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Reach in my pants, Watson.
Hashtag micropenis.
Who wants to go next? Pedro, you want to go next?
Yeah, because we were talking about this a little earlier. So, one thing I think everyone universally hates, yet it fucking happens all the time. Spoilers.
Oh, fuck! You're going to get me all fired up.
Fucking spoilers.
Oh.
You know, especially like, you know, us as we're all pretty avid gamers, and you know, we consume a lot of media in regards to watching movies, reading comics or books, or you know, So the worst thing in the world is when you have something fucking spoiled for you.
Yeah.
Like Watson's currently playing The Last of Us. I envy him because like when I was playing The Last of Us, I had it fucking spoiled for me.
Have you really not been spoiled with a lot in
No,
India?
not at all.
And that you are a lucky man.
Okay.
Who is
Where you
walking
going,
off
buddy?
the camera
Yeah.
to...
I'm getting cum.
Oh.
Can you grab me a pink while you're off camera?
Yeah.
You don't want another delicious thumbs up?
He's already had to.
Yeah, this is my son.
But yeah, it's just one of these things like... It takes a special type of fucking douchebag to be like... Because I get the ones that happen accidentally. You're having a conversation with somebody and... You know, you don't realize, oh, maybe someone hasn't played this yet. But that's not a conversation you should have, you know, within the first, you know, couple weeks something's out. Or, like, those people who fucking post, like, Game of Thrones spoilers on fucking Facebook or Walking Dead spoilers on Facebook.
I'm going to say the most
Or the ones on Reddit.
I'm going to say the most egregious one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Was The Last Jedi spoiler.
Yeah.
For the entire movie. And Reddit all is every subreddit on Reddit. And the Reddit front page is like the main subreddits that Reddit automatically subs you to. But all is every subreddit. There's a sub called I'm Going to Hell for This. It's like a dark humor page. And they made a straight up post that spoiled The Last Jedi immediately. Like a text that, like, you know how your eyes see a
you can't
sentence?
unsee it. Yeah.
Your eyes see a sentence and before you even can look away, like your brain processes it. Spoiled the entire story of The Last Jedi. And that motherfucker got upvoted all the way to the top of all. It was like the number one post on
because
Reddit.
he's completely going to hell for that.
Yep, and that fucking, like, I actually think, but I think it worked against them because, and I'm getting a little drunk, so I'm stumbling over my words, but I think it worked against them because I enjoyed The Last Jedi more because I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming, so I think I enjoyed it more because I could prepare for what was going to happen.
What part?
I can't say that on
You
air.
can say spoiler alert.
No,
I'm not gonna play that game.
No. We're not going to do that.
I'm not going to play that
We're not
game.
going
I'll
to
tell you off air. But I think I enjoyed that more because I knew it was going to happen.
All right.
The big twist in the movie, pretty much. All the big twists.
Yeah, because it's just one of those things, like, if you're going to fucking do that shit, man, I mean, it's
How miserable are you that you have to ruin something for somebody else?
But, I mean, it's one of those things, like, because I remember you were telling us, hey, guys, stay off social media when you fucking, before we go watch Last Jedi, and me and Robert were like, yeah, man, we got you. And you know what I mean? Like,
I made it to like the day before, and I was like, fuck.
And then, like, he's like, oh, I had it spoiled. And we're like, what website were you on? We're like, Reddit. I'm like, why the fuck would you go to Reddit?
Well, because I unsubbed from, like, Star Wars leaks, fucking, like, I unliked all my Star Wars pages, including the Sith posting groups I was in, and I love them very much, because they were funny, but...
I just knew to fucking avoid Reddit. Like, I just thought that would be the number one place to get that fucking spoiled.
I love
for
Reddit,
me.
though. That's where I get my porn from, Pedro. We mentioned this in the last episode.
It's weird and shit.
But
it's not weird. Like, once you understand Reddit, you'll understand, like, that's the fucking go-to place to get porn, because there's a sub called Gone Wild, Watson, and girls just, random amateur girls, just come on and be like, here's my tits.
Oh, that's dumb.
Love me.
But
My daddy hit me when I was a kid.
No. Okay. But imagine if, like, something you loved so much, Watson. Like, imagine somebody would spoil the fucking ending of, like, Unforgiven or Hang 'em High to you. Just spoil the whole fucking movie. To you.
They've been
What are those movies?
Yeah. Those are movies Watson holds very dear.
They're good movies.
They're fantastic.
I didn't know
movies.
that.
Yeah. Or, like, somebody would have spoiled the fucking end of, like, as a kid, somebody would have fucking spoiled the end of, like, the fucking Turtles movies we got. Or
I don't like the
things you loved. Or, like,
Yeah,
somebody would have spoiled Chrono Cross for you.
As a kid, I was different about it, because as a kid, I wanted spoilers. Because I remember...
You just want to know about it.
I don't know if you remember this time, Pedro. There was a time when, like, when the internet was fresh, before we got everything at the same time as Japan. So, like, I wanted to know everything about Dragon Ball GT. I'm getting way more fucking drunk than I wanted to get. Like, this is a little ridiculous. I can't fucking speak properly. But I wanted to know everything about Dragon Ball GT.
Yeah.
So I looked up everything about it. I wanted to know everything about Chrono Cross.
Why.
9.2.
Is it 9.2?
9.2 and 60-year-old whiskey.
I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? So yeah, like, I wanted to know everything about what I loved, and I would look online for, I like search in deep message boards and whatnot, and I don't know. I was different about spoilers when I was a kid, but biggest spoilers I ever got were BioShock Infinite. Thanks, Rochelle, and your brother Jack. Hey, I mean,
Don't spoil that because that's a game I'm gonna play too.
I like Rochelle, but she really did fuck me. I feel kind of bad because I was kind of a dick about it. She was just having a conversation with her brother, and I just happened to be in the vicinity, and I heard it, and I was like, "What the fuck, guys? Are you fucking serious?" And then,
Did she apologize?
I don't remember. That was fucking forever ago, but I do feel bad about that situation because I was kind of a dick to Rochelle when we dated. So
I'm glad you can admit that now.
that's topic. I was immature. That was the thing. Like, I made amends with her about this at the beginning of the year when she was probably about a year ago when she was kind of helping me out with my breakup, and I was like, "Listen, like I'm fucking really deeply sorry," because I felt really bad, and I felt bad for a long time after that because I wasn't good to her. So, but that's the topic for another day. Maybe when she's on the podcast someday or something like that. But
I know what I'm wearing when she's on the podcast.
Why are you punching me? Like,
To make it less awkward.
Because you're just like Vader and I are laughing here having a good time.
well, see, because I know she watches the show.
How? Oh, she likes me. It's funny.
And
Did you guys by chance get For Honor in the shop yet, Rochelle?
on the last episode? I edited out like a whole bunch
I
of
used to
shit.
call her like every other day just to fuck with her about
Because
that.
it was funny because like she couldn't assume it was Watson and just be like, "Fuck you." So
I do different fucking accents and stuff. I'd be like, I'm looking for a copy of For Honor. And she'd be like, we don't carry that. Oh, you guys don't carry it. It's a brand new game and everyone has it. And she'd like sigh because she's like 98% sure it's me. And she'd be like, I'm sorry, we don't have it. And then like sometimes I'd break character. I'd be like, all right, thanks for Chelsea. I'd message her on Facebook about it. It was funny.
well, we had good times before she started dating. Fuck boy.
Ooh. See, now you took it too far.
Did I take it too far?
Yeah, I took it too far.
Should I edit that out? Okay.
We were making indirects.
Yeah.
Fucking, we have lines we don't cross.
I mean, we all
You
looked
want to
at
draw a picture of a dick and put it up there, too?
we all looked at the fucking camera.
I remember that.
What? That day I drew the dick and put it up there.
You're like,
what
yeah.
the fuck are you doing?
What?
I had no idea.
Definitely can't post that on YouTube.
Can't draw dicks.
Nope.
Even stickman dicks.
No stick man. So, but
I don't even remember the fucking topic. Was
We're talking about spoilers.
Oh yeah, spoilers. She spoiled Bioshock Infinite for me.
Yeah, Rochelle spoiled Bioshock Infinite for you. I also had the plot of fucking Final Fantasy X when I was younger spoiled for me.
That sucks.
Someone spoiled Snake Eater for me, and that's why I kind of hate it. Because I was like, what they?
You don't like Metal Gear Solid 3?
Well, no, it's been
It's
long
because-
enough. What did they spoil for you?
They fucking spoiled the fact that like, with Volgin, they spoil the fact that he dies. Not that that's a big fucking spoiler because he has to fucking die. He's a villain. He has to get killed.
Yeah.
But then they spoiled the fact that Eva's like a fucking Chinese agent.
Oh, that's a big
Yeah,
deal.
and then like they fucking. Ugh.
But they did drop little clues like throughout the whole thing about that.
Yeah, and then
What was the most shocking thing for me in that game, not to get off topic, was the fact that Ocelot was Adam.
Oh yeah.
Like he
Spoiler
was on
alert.
your side. we talked about
Don't
it.
remember that.
Yeah, Ocelot was the guy. Remember at the end when he
Yeah.
fires it and clips
When that game
him?
came out, I played it all the way through about 6 times.
Oh, so did I. I played that.
And you never caught that little detail.
No, I'm sure I did. I haven't played it since then, so I forget.
That was such a fucking good game.
But I kind of fell out of Metal Gear Solid after 4. I was like, because 4 kind of broke me.
That-
Like I was telling you earlier, I was like,
Easy on 4.
this is a spoilers topic. I'm not gonna spoil for it. But I was telling you, the ending is dragged.
think the ending's fucking epic.
And I get the end. It is epic, but it's like epic for too long. And I was just like, by the way,
Fuck.
someday you're gonna play Metal Gear Solid 4.
I wish that would have been my challenge.
Before
No, I want to give you something.
before you get to the last the finale, go to the bathroom, get some popcorn, get some soda because it's an hour and a half cutscene.
No, it isn't. It's not that fucking long.
It is 90 minutes, Pedro.
It's definitely not that fucking
I
long.
swear to fucking God, it's 90 minutes.
I no fucking way that's all that long.
I promise you.
I promise you it's not.
Oh, no, I'm not looking up the length of that.
All I'm saying is...
Dude, no, it is, though.
I remember distinctly watching that cutscene and not... Maybe I was enjoying it too much that time flew, but I don't remember.
Because I heard this, I listened to it about a podcast. They were talking about it.
They could have been exaggerated. There could be a little hyperbole there.
I don't think so.
Hyperbole.
Do you know, like, Xenosaga is known for their fucking...
Long-ass cutscenes?
Yeah, like, they have, like, 3-hour-long cutscenes. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Whoa. Why had nobody play those fucking games?
I can't wait to play those games someday.
No, you're not going to play them. Shut up.
Maybe I'll look up a story, like,
yeah,
synopsis.
there you go. Yeah, look at a bridged Let's Play. But what's your topic, sir? Because apparently Walter never had anything to spoil for him.
This is gonna fucking fall. Did you have anything to spoil for you?
Yes and no. I mean, nothing sticks out. I know that... I can't tell without telling a spoiler.
Yeah?
It's about...
Yeah? That's what we're doing now? Yeah?
Can I reveal something about...
How about
Star
lewd
Wars?
acts on camera?
Can I reveal something about Star Wars The Force Awakens?
Sure.
Has it been long enough that I can...
Yeah.
Alright, so, like, before we went, my dad, who does not like Star Wars, never watched a Star Wars movie...
Quick aside, it really helps this ruin someone's day. But go ahead.
Spoiler alert. My father tells me before I go, he's like, Harrison Ford dies. Because
Wow.
he knew I liked Han Solo. He doesn't even know what Han Solo's name is.
But why would he tell you that?
He didn't know. He was fucking with me.
Oh.
Like, he was fucking with me, just trying to crush me. And then I went to the movies, and he actually died. And I came back, I'm like, Dad, what the fuck? And he's like, what? And it's like, how did you hear that Han Solo died? He's like, who's Han Solo? I was like, Harrison Ford. He's like, oops. Did he really die? And I was like, yes. And he's like, I'm sorry, buddy. He's like, I really didn't know. He's like, I was just trying to ruin your day.
Wow. See, fun fact, like, I remember walking out of the theater and, like, because I remember in the theater I went to, they were like, hey, guys, when you leave, no spoilers. So, of course, people were being dicks and, yelling shit. So, I remember people yelling, like, fucking ridiculous shit. Like, I can't fucking believe Darth Maul was, like, popped up in that scene. And then other guys like, yeah, dude. And when he fucking... And when Qui-Gon Jinn came back, we were like, what the fuck? And people were like, stop yelling spoilers!
A co-worker that I worked with, when he went down to the Roxy, for a guy came out and said, Han Solo dies. He yelled it. This was the night after opening night. And he said, I've never seen 10 people gang fuck one man so quickly. He said people just ran out of line, started beating the shit out of this guy. The cops were called. But they beat the fuck out of this guy, like bloodied him up.
He deserved it.
He's like, I was upset, but he's like, I wasn't about to go to prison for the honor of Star Wars. He's like, I just stood there like in awe of what humans can do to another person when they get like something.
I'm sure there's plenty of person who is in jail.
You should be like, sure you've never seen 10 people gang fuck someone like that. Guys, I'll tell you what, I'm fucked right now.
Slow down because your topic's the last one.
Yeah, I know.
So let's keep this back here.
I like the taste of it.
Yeah.
You're feeling. You're looking pretty toasty there.
Yeah, because you've got to be coherent for this.
Yeah, you're pretty saucy, if you will.
So
feeling. Yeah, look at him. Yeah. His nipples are getting hard. I see him hardening.
My nipples are always hard though. Like it's
That's
a weird
weird.
thing that I
Yeah, that's
have
not
where
normal.
like my nipples get hard all the time.
Erect nipples constantly is probably a bad thing.
Maybe I have like testicular cancer and it's just pumping like.
We can only.
But
we
BT
can only
Dubs, unrelated. I've made the decision throughout this podcast and drinking this delicious whiskey that you should probably move your PS3 upstairs because I'm going to buy one. If I'm going to be having
You're
all
gonna
these,
buy one?
if I'm going to have all these bullshit games that I have to, I'm just going to buy them on PSN. I'm gonna rebuy Legend of Dragoon and I'm going to play them on my own PS3.
Because like I'm not. You can just use your account on my PS3.
No, this is how it has to be.
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
It does. I want my own system.
We're gonna talk about this when I'm sober, and you're gonna find out that you're wrong. But we'll say that for another day.
Moving on.
Gentlemen, my topic for the week. Oh wow, we're running pretty long. We're gonna run long this week. My topic for this week,
That's warm.
as you know,
Yeah. I'm on it.
I have been a fucking diehard for Marvel Comics since day one. Like, I have been Spider-Man, Ride or Die, Avengers, fucking, like, I was on the Marvel hype train. I was kind of like, just like, push DC to the side. I didn't hate DC, but I was, because Batman's my second favorite hero.
They're not written as well as Marvel Comics are.
We're going to talk about this. And in the past few years, Marvel's been letting me down, right? Just kind of like shitty stories, like killing characters off left and right, events one after another, just nonstop. Watson, hand me those 3 comics, please.
Those ones over there are the ones you gave me to hand.
The ones you gave me.
The ones you gave me.
Yep. The ones I gave you. Batman number 38, Batman number 37, and Batman number 36. I'm sorry, actually, this is the wrong comic, but this is a good one. This is a good one too. I meant Batman Annual number 2, Rebirth Annual number 2 of 2017. Best comics I've ever read, hands down. So,
Really thin ones. Holy shit!
This is comics nowadays. They're not made of the hardcovers. So that one takes place.
Oh, you're telling me about this.
I want to show you a page here. I realized that DC is just consistently written better than Marvel Comics. And I had to get a hard, solid slap in the face about this. So the one Watson's reading is Batman and Catwoman and Lois Lane and Superman having 2 separate stories, and they end up meeting at one moment, right? And then the one Pedro's reading is about a double date they have afterwards, because Batman and Lois Lane, or Batman and Batman and Catwoman obviously have a relationship. Superman and Lois Lane obviously have a relationship. And the current Batman comic kind of focuses on that. And the thing is that
Hey, it's the question.
they accentuate Batman's. Well, they're in like a superhero film.
That's funny.
But this is like a funny serious scene because Catwoman's dressed up as Lois Lane, and Lois Lane's dressed up as Catwoman, right? And this guy steals their purse, and they're fucking dating superheroes. So they just start fucking cracking up, right? Mm-hmm. And fucking. In this next page,
fucking yeah, you were
Batman just lays out this motherfucker with a baseball.
But I find that ironic because we talked about the question being like X level.
Yeah.
Guy. This is what we got.
I see that one.
And so what I came to realize was that, like I said, DC is just consistently written better than Marvel.
No, I agree with you 100%.
And this is something that I have been diehard my entire life. That like. Marvel is better than DC. DC is corny as fuck, and they just don't have that magic formula that Marvel had, right? I was all about that. Mm-hmm. This is like the funnest comic I've ever read. The Double Date one is like literally the funnest comic I've ever read. And I thought about this as I was reading it. I was like, this is a fucking 10 out of 10 comic. The other comic that I think coincides with this is the Annual, where it's about Batman and Catwoman's relationship. But what's really funny is if you would skip to the beginning of this comic, Watson, Batman Batman and Superman switch costumes in this.
Yeah.
And Batman's like, I can't fucking talk right now. Batman's like,
right, I hit you quick.
This will be fun, and Batman's like, no, and he's like, he's you and you're him, and no one knows anything. He's like, no, he's just fucking like, he's like, I'm fucking Batman, I'm fucking dark, I'm not dressing up as Superman, it's not happening. And then Catwoman's like, but you'll do it for me, right? And he's like, no. And the next panel is him dressing up as Superman. And I think that's so important to fucking Batman because Catwoman has, like, that magic spell over Batman, right? Where she's like, this is an offshoot. This is, I know I'm fucking drunk. You don't have to look at Pedro. This is an offshoot of, like, the reason Batman and Catwoman do so well together is because Catwoman has the effect on Batman like any other male does when you get in a serious relationship in that beginning moments where they control your fucking mind and it's all you can fucking think about and you'll do anything to please them, right? That's that moment with Batman and Catwoman they're having right now. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about, gentlemen, is things you were wrong about. Your entire things you were wrong about that you can admit.
Well, for fucking starters, your alcohol tolerance. Secondly, things I was wrong about.
Holy fuck, I'm fucked up. That rusty rail fucked me up. The Plums Up, fucking A+, man, because I don't know if it was that or the fucking...
I would say it's probably this.
The 50-year-old whiskey.
You can drink 2 beers normally, even that high. The fact that you mix this in, I'd say this is more likely the culprit.
50-year-old whiskey, the 60-year-old whiskey fucked me up. Woo!
One thing about that, just related to that, and I said this earlier, and you had made a comment, I forget exactly what you said, but what I was referring to when I said Marvel had a better writing style, I was referring to the 90s, when I read comics heavily. I think in this day and age, I like DC better, because about a year ago, when I started getting back into these, I started looking like verses, and Marvel really didn't have me that much. A lot of the DC stuff seems more adult oriented and darker.
Yeah, dude. Well, what I wanted to say in the beginning of the podcast that I forgot about because I started fucking getting fucked up was that I'm balls deep in DC now. Like I bought because Amazon had their $5 DC trade sale where every DC trade was $5 digitally on Amazon. So I just bought like 15 of them. And now I'm reading fucking Flash Rebirth from 2009.
Yeah.
I read Batman Hush, which is
fantastic.
I read it the first time around like years ago. I read it again. I'm like, this is a fucking masterpiece. This is my favorite Batman comic. And I read Batman Black Mirror. Like I just read all kinds of fucking shit. And it's all spawned because I played Batman Telltale Season 2, which is why I recommended it to you 2 weeks ago.
And I'll play it. I told you that I really like that. I really
give me a kiss on camera. Give me a kiss.
That's
fucked up.
These are super good. Batman Annual number 2. I fucked that up. I got the wrong comic.
See, I've always thought that even as a kid, I always thought the DC, like, I remember the cartoons were fucking sweet.
Dude, Batman animated series.
Yeah, Batman the animated series, fucking Batman Beyond. But I always thought like Marvel was fucking cooler in regards to like I always thought like in video games that like because I always got bad fucking DC video games as kids.
True.
So I remember like playing fucking X-Men, X-Men 2, Spider-Man and X-Men. Fucking you have the Maximum Carnage, Separation Anxiety. Fucking I think the best.
Just bought that the other day.
Yeah, no, because I love that fucking game. But the best fucking DC game I'd ever played until that point was Death and Return of Superman on Sega Genesis.
Never played that.
That's fucking fantastic game.
Is it side scroll?
Yeah, side scroll beat 'em up. Great.
Really?
Yeah. Fucking.
Is it expensive?
No, it's like $20. But anyway, so I always thought like DC was always cool. Then like I just remember what I never quite understand is the DC movies aside from the Nolan trilogy with Batman. Even if you like go and rewatch that, it's not as good as it you really remember it. But like for some reason, DC movies they cannot get them right. I mean, the exception being Wonder Woman, I thought was pretty good.
Wonder Woman, I thought was an excellent movie.
Right, yeah, I thought Wonder Woman was good, and then like, but I thought Man of Steel was not bad. I thought Man of Steel was like.
I didn't watch it.
I thought it was like. It was quality. I would say it was quality. Like I enjoyed it.
It was a good DBZ movie, is what it was. That's what a DBZ movie should have been. That's what I said about
it. I get the reference.
But I have something to say about this, and that is that what I said earlier is that the DCEU, the movies, they don't get the characters. It's all about the masks, and that's what those books right there that I pulled out earlier. That's what they got great. Is that it's about the people behind the masks. Yeah. It's about Batman when Batman finally lets go of his guard.
Yeah,
lets somebody in. That's when the magic of Batman happens. It's not. And that's why Hush is so good. When Batman is fucking up superheroes, it's like that. That's fucking great. It's whatever. That's Batman right there. But it's when Batman finally is like. Someone breaks through, like whether it's Dick Grayson or Selena Kyle or fucking Alfred, that's when you fall in love with that character, and because that doesn't happen that often, it's really special. Sort of like in Hush or the new Batman comics or in Court of the Owls. I
love Court of Owls. It's a good read.
Fucking great read.
Yeah.
That's on my list of challenges. Well,
you're not gonna challenge me to read
someday
it
for you. But the DC movie universe, CEU.
Yeah.
They don't get that. That's why
Nah.
like fucking they just like throw Aquaman in there like, hey, here's Aquaman. Be
Right.
happy about it.
But
just don't understand
I
that.
sometimes I feel like they fucking really don't do well with casting. Like when we watched the
Sorry.
You do that every fucking episode, you cocksucker.
I meant for it to go down here.
but
and it
like
went right there.
when we watched you came with us to watch Justice League, right?
Yeah,
I was, like,
you fucking made me.
Yeah,
It
because
was
I was
an
like
awful movie.
I was pretty excited. Like
I was sure that was gonna be the first good one. I was.
No,
sure.
it sucked.
I had a feeling like after I don't know, man. I just for some reason when they said Justice League and the way they kind of set it up, especially after Batman versus Superman, which I thought was supposed to be fucking. We're gonna get our shit right, and then when that was a fucking
It's supposed to be Dark Knight.
when that was when like Batman versus Superman was a turd, and then fucking Suicide Squad ended up. Well, we kind of knew that was gonna be a turd, but even though Jared Leto, my man, but yeah,
I liked him as Joker.
Yeah, me too. Everyone
Yeah.
fucking hated Jared Leto as Joker, but he was like cut out of most of the movie.
Because he wasn't Heath Ledger. For fuck's sake, Heath Ledger wasn't a good Joker. Fuck that whole trilogy. Fuck it.
I've never watched it.
The 3 Batman movies? Oh, they were really great.
I
Batman.
watched the original, like the
You
George
might-
Clooney.
To be fair,
like the
you might
90s.
like them because they're more realistic.
Yeah, they're pretty. Those are they're decent.
It's
Batman
about
movies.
well, it's
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
it's sort of like what would happen if Batman arrived in our world.
You see, my problem with the Batman movies, and what I liked about this was another thing I liked about that game, is the basis they put on Bruce Wayne and how they made him look is to me how Bruce Wayne would look and sound and act. I have never seen.
Troy Baker,
I have never
fucking
seen
man.
a Batman on like a live action Batman that to me that's Bruce Wayne.
See,
I've never seen.
No, I don't believe that.
Val Kilmer was great for that.
I thought
nope.
I thought Clooney was believable as Bruce Wayne. I thought Ben Affleck was believable as Bruce Wayne.
Ben Affleck's the best one.
Yeah,
Have you
Batfleck is fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. And
None of them do it. For
I
me.
don't agree with the fucking reshoots in
Yeah.
the Justice League movie because you could feel them. You could feel
Yeah.
when the reshoots were happening. They were trying to be like a comedic role.
Yeah, it's not good. But then, Ezra Miller is the
Fuck
Flash.
Ezra Miller.
Dude, I told you that was
Holy
a fucking
shit.
bad casting. I remember, fucking, what the fuck was he? Like, Prudence in Fantastic Beasts? Every time I fucking look at him, that's who I think of. The fucking weird kid from Fantastic
Yeah,
Beasts.
fuck that.
And then, they made Barry Allen, this fucking moron, I don't know.
A beta.
I'll tell you what was
He was
funny
a
though.
fucking beta.
I'll tell you what's
he
funny
was
in
made
Justice
as
League
shit.
though was
Oh, that
when
scene, yeah.
fucking Superman looked at Barry Allen and he was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He
I thought
was-
they cast. I forget who's that actor that plays Superman. I thought that's a really good cast.
Henry Cavill.
Oh, I think I think next to Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, he's the second best. Like he fit that persona well.
Yeah, and but I think Ben Affleck as Batman's good.
I don't.
He's so good.
I
He's
don't.
So, okay,
Given
first
no,
off, here's
I'll concede.
You
No,
just
listen to me.
don't like
I
Ben
don't.
Affleck.
But here, look at me. I will concede to the fact that Ben Affleck is a good actor. I think he is a good actor because
I don't
the reason I don't like him is because he did such a good job acting it as a role I didn't like, and that stuck. That
What
tells
movie?
me Pearl Harbor.
Fucking Pearl Harbor.
That tells me
He hates Ben Affleck now.
Because he was Rafe?
fucking Danny. What did Danny do wrong?
Got killed?
No. But with the girl, they thought he was dead. Oh shit! At 1999,
Pearl
come on, excellent movie.
Spoilers, Japanese mamas. I should joke about
But let's not get into that. No, that's funny. Let's not get into that rabbit hole. But all I'm saying is, I know he's an excellent actor, but not for that role for me. He does not do that.
But
He's such a good Batman. It's
Yeah, dude, he's
so
a really good
cool.
Batman.
you know who I think would do an amazing Batman? Perfect Batman if I had to pick?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
No, Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves. I think Keanu Reeves could be a perfect Bruce Wayne.
Keanu Reeves is a great action star. He's not fucking Bruce Wayne.
I know.
tell you he was a great John Constantine, I'll tell you.
What the fuck?
Visually,
Watch
that's,
47 Ronin. Fucking great movie.
visually, that's who I would
Holy-
think as a
We
Bruce
didn't,
Wayne.
we didn't watch that fucking sequel this weekend, though, which
Tell-
we should have done.
Tell fucking Keanu Reeves
Oh.
to stay as John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick
Excellent
2.
movie.
Great movie. Or he can, or as Neo from the fucking Matrix.
We just watched John Wick in the past week.
Fucking great movie.
Holy shit, is that
The
a
Gun
good movie?
Kaido in that movie is fantastic.
Holy shit.
You know what's not a good fucking movie?
Anything else with Keanu Reeves in it?
What was that? That Tom Cruise movie.
Last Samurai.
Oh, fucking Jack Reacher 2.
I've never seen the first one. Not about.
You know what's a really
one's
good
good.
movie with Tom Cruise in it? You ever watch Collateral?
No.
Oh my fucking god. Fucking fantastic movie. That's a really good Tom Cruise movie. A really good fucking Christian Bale movie. American Psycho.
I heard that. Yeah.
I don't great.
Okay,
movie.
but bringing it back to the center. What were things you were wrong about? Things you were wrong about that you realized later in
Watson's
life.
opinion on fucking Batman. I'll tell you what. Fucking there's one. There's one for the fucking ringer.
I know this is a hard one to think about, but
This
like,
is a really hard one.
Is there
Oh no, dude! I've got a top 10 thing.
is there anything that you were wrong about? Like you thought that you were so right about, and then you realized you were wrong about?
Absolutely. Just in life in general, like, my career plans. Number one, wrong.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get into all that, but it's wrong. Andy Dalton's level of talent as a quarterback, wrong. Let's see. Me thinking pro wrestling was real as a child, wrong.
True that.
Believing in Santa, wrong. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's Then we're getting to number 5. Believing that like being a Sega kid was the way to go, wrong.
Believing that Lyoto Machida was going to be the next UFC legend,
Wrong. Believing in Uriah Hall, speaking of UFC, wrong. Let's see. The Falcons in the Super Bowl, minus $200. And last one. See, there's a multitude of things that can fit this last slot. But there's never been a level of disappointment that I've experienced. The Wii U. Wrong. Just wrong. Thought it was going to be great.
What about you?
Wrong.
I can't think of anything, and they're there. Like obviously, I've been wrong about shit.
Thinking you weren't gonna like salsa. Wrong.
All right. But I'm talking like a big, like a life.
That's
thing.
pretty. That was life changing.
That was.
That is life changing.
Do you know how many jars of salsa do you think I've consumed since?
Probably a lot.
Like 40.
Probably.
So you tell me you didn't reach an epiphany in the desert?
You were just like, man,
Wow.
I fucking hate sand.
how good we have it back here was one. Like how good
Yeah.
and how many things I've taken for granted.
That's all you're wrong about.
I sing Watson to sleep every night. He knows now. He knows what he has.
Conor McGregor beating Floyd Mayweather? Wrong.
Alright, we're not gonna
I
laugh
didn't
about
think.
that.
I didn't think. I was surprised to find
Dude,
out how much of a.
listen. I fucking commented on a Facebook post today about Conor McGregor beating like trash talking Khabib, and I said what I said to you guys was like,
Yeah.
Conor McGregor needs to run the fuck away from the light heavyweight division.
Yeah.
Go back to featherweight, fucking fight Max Holloway, beat him, stay the featherweight champion, and just fucking run that division for years.
Do you think he beats Max Holloway a second time?
Yeah, I do. Because I don't think he beats Tony Ferguson or Khabib. And someone's like, I said no one's stopping Khabib, and then someone's like, oh fucking, that's what they said about Aldo and Alvarez. It's like no. Khabib is a different animal than Aldo.
I
and
guarantee
Alvarez.
Brittany down at GameStop would oppose you in that. She thinks he is just undefeatable.
Brittany down at GameStop. Huh?
Stop fucking doing that.
I finally come to a decision though. If because I toy this idea around a lot in my head. If it was Garbrandt and McGregor, who would I pull for? I think it'd be Garbrandt.
I'd root for McGregor. I fucking hate Cody Garbrandt.
I think it'd be Garbrandt.
Hashtag TJ Killer.
I'm 50-50 on that. I can't. I'm.
My heart was warmed so much that night that he put that belt around that kid.
I wasn't when he fucking freaked out on Jean-Claude Van Damme when they were sparring and he kicked him in the face. And Cody Garbrandt freaked out, and I was like, all right.
So thoughts on Cody Garbrandt?
I love Cody Garbrandt, but not more than Conor McGregor.
Watson, we need
Conor
more.
McGregor is the true alpha male. When he fucking walks out in a polar bear coat, he's like,
he's hilarious.
I fucking wear this shit. Come and stop me. I'm like,
So hang on.
fuck.
Nah, never mind.
No, go for it.
No.
Go for it.
Why don't you fucking bring it to the arena, Pedro? What do you have to say?
Because my thing is, you love Conor McGregor so much. You love his persona. You love his arrogance.
Love him.
So this ties back into my original.
Oh, holy fuck!
My original observation
You
of
fucking kidding
Seth.
me?
I love Floyd Mayweather for the same reason. When he was just calling Conor easy work, fucking making a dick out of Conor. Yet Floyd's a piece of shit.
Because Floyd beats women.
Allegedly.
What? Are you kidding me?
So Ben Roethlisberger allegedly raped somebody. You're like, no, didn't happen.
I don't even.
Hang on, no, stop. Ravens fans like you go, hey, Ray Lewis murdered someone. You're like allegedly.
No, Pedro, I'm not a Steelers fan.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. It's time to admit it.
I'm not. I don't really even
It's
care.
time to admit
the
it.
thing I like about the Steelers.
Who's the best quarterback of all time?
Tom Brady.
You're lying. Don't tell me what I want to hear. Don't tell me what I want to hear.
I'm not telling you. It's the fucking facts. I just tell you that I got top 5 better quarterbacks to make fun of Elijah.
We'll see.
Throw in some shade.
We're gonna throw some shade for a while. Who else has 3? Let's finish your topic and then let's.
I think we're done with this topic.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's throw some shade. Who's got shade to throw?
I just threw some shade at Elijah for thinking Tom Brady's not the best quarterback of all time.
Yeah, hang on. Fucking whoa. I'm still waiting on that fucking list. I can name 5 better quarterbacks than Tom Brady.
No, you fucking can't, Elijah.
You can't do it with 2 fold-out chairs because we fucking have them.
Yeah, what the fuck? Watson's sitting in one of them right now.
Nuh-uh. No, the green ones. They're over in that
No,
corner.
these are his.
Oh, these are his
The
too?
blue ones are his.
Oh. 4 fold-out chairs then.
Does your mom not want these back, Elijah?
Guess not.
I just snorted.
Yep.
Maybe here.
Yeah, well, you know what? We can throw some fucking shade at the Williamsport Postal Service. So I recently ordered a package off Etsy. It was I ordered a reproduction Super Nintendo cart because I want to build like a repro Super Nintendo collection. I think they're sweet. Essentially, they're glorified bootlegs, but fuck it, who cares? But anyway, so I get this delivered. You know, I order it and it's supposed to be delivered. It's in transit, and it says delivered to me. You know, my address in Williamsport, or South Williamsport, excuse me. So I'm like, all right, I go to work my fucking, nice 12 to 8 shift.
Work my fucking ass off.
So I'm just looking forward to get home and go balls deep into some fucking retro games. So I get home, not there. I'm like, maybe they left it around the building somewhere.
Maybe the neighbors snatched it.
I would fucking hope not, because that'd be really weird. So like, I searched the perimeter, do a sweep of the perimeter, and no package to be found. So I look at my phone. It says delivered. All it says is delivered Williamsport. Doesn't say to who. Doesn't say where. So now I have to this package is most likely in the fucking wind at this point. And it was like $45. So like I have to go to the South Williamsport post office and be like, where the fuck did you people deliver this to?
Yeah.
And that shit's in the wind because like I couldn't do it Friday because I was at work. Saturday, of course, for some reason, the fucking South Williamsport post office is closed. Like, what the? Most post offices are open till noon on Saturdays. Like, I don't know what type of fucking time they're on. But, so now Saturday goes by. Sunday, obviously, they're closed. Fucking Monday, federal holiday. So, until Tuesday morning, I don't know where the fuck this package is at. So, fuck the delivery guy.
Well, it doesn't get paid until Tuesday either.
Yeah, we're not throwing shade at them.
No, we're not. I got some shade to throw though.
Yeah, but that's my fucking shade to throw. Like, I don't understand how the fuck people fuck up. There's nothing that irritates me more than somebody fucking up your mail.
I gotta throw some fucking shade. Boom. How about contractors that don't use fucking hot work permits?
Let's leave it at that.
Thought we were going there.
Because you make my life a living fucking hell.
I got some shade to throw. At the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation.
Oh, PennDOT.
PennDOT?
Second time on the list.
The DMV. Fuck yourselves. I was supposed to get my driver's license back on the 2nd of January. Wasn't here. Called on the 3rd to see what was going on. And they're like, oh, well, that's supposed to be mailed back to you. You're supposed to have that. And all this. And I didn't ask them any more questions. Like, all right. And hung up. And I thought about it. I called them back later and said, well, like, how's this supposed to work? And she's like, actually, I'm seeing that no one made a motion to send this back to you. And I'm like, okay. And admittedly, I was a dick to this lady, and she was just trying to help me. She was the best person I talked to by far. And I didn't apologize. I'd be lying if I said I apologize. But she basically told me that someone forgot to do their job and send my license back to me. So she sent an email to whatever fucking warehouse or drawer or wherever they hold your license that I have to physically mail back to them. And I ended up getting it about 10 days late from after I was supposed to get it.
Yeah.
Well, no, I remember when I got my license suspended. After your fucking availability date, They sent it out.
She said it was supposed to be sent in the mail before.
So you get it.
So
yeah.
I get it
They're
the
supposed to
day
send it
I.
out, yeah.
I mean, that's not what happened to me, but.
Well, she said that's.
Did you have to pay like the $90 whatever
Yes,
fee
I
to
did.
restore it?
Yep.
That's fucking bullshit.
It is. And actually, I think they made me pay that twice. I couldn't. I went back because there was another $91 fee I had to pay in the beginning, but I could not find what it was, and I just wanted my license back.
No, they make you pay the fee before you fucking.
Yeah,
go
this was after I turned it in though.
I don't remember.
But yeah, so that and it just pissed me off because if I had been a day late mailing that ID to them from the date, I would have lost my license for a year.
Yep.
But if you don't have back to me on time, there's no fucking consequences for you.
You have no power.
I'm sorry. Did you think they were going to be on time when you have to go to the DMV and wait for 45 minutes to get a fucking new license? I'm sorry. It's almost like the DMV's a fucking giant waste of government resources.
You know what? A 45-minute wait is kind of reasonable. Now that I think,
yeah,
you know what?
What?
No, dude, no.
Did
What
you
do you
get your
mean?
picture retaken?
Yeah, have you,
Not bad.
like... I've been to the DMV
You haven't
where
dealt
like
with a lot of government agencies.
yeah, dude. Like I've been to the
obviously,
DMV and like you're in that motherfucker for 2 hours. Like 45 minutes, I'd fucking blow someone for it to be 45 fucking minutes.
Okay.
You're not supposed to have your cell phone out in there. What the
Yeah,
fuck do
like-
you want me to do?
Right.
Play with
fucking-
my hoop stick?
Yeah, that's basically essentially what
Fucking
they
run
want
around
you
with
to do.
fucking...
Fuck the DMV.
So
Fuck the
I
DMV.
have one last thing because now that we're Lockhaven famous, which is a little weird. by Lockhaven famous, I mean the one guy at the fucking gas station.
Oh, wait. What's that? Not We don't throw some shade. What's a good one?
Toss
Toss
some
us-
love.
Toss
us
some
some
love.
love.
Curtis, how you doing, buddy?
My man. Now he asked me a topic. He's like, why would anyone ever wear anything Islanders? I'm like, oh, we have a fucking comedian on our hands. So
Bold move, Curtis. Let's see how it pays off.
bold move, Curtis. But like, my thing was, I was like, okay, we have a happy Pens fan, whether he's a Pens fan from circa 2006, my favorite. But I'm just gonna we're gonna end on this note. We're gonna give you a little homework, Curtis. I want you to look up Stanley Cup Playoffs 1993 Game 7 Round 2. And you watch that overtime, and if you look at a man named David Volek, he has a pretty big role in that Penguin Islander series, that same series where Darius Kasparaitis makes a bitch out of Mario Lemieux. See, you'd have to be an actual Penguin fan to know who Mario Lemieux is as a player, not just the fucking asshole who owns the Penguins. Which, let's fucking revisit that one. You fucks almost moved to Kansas City. Kansas City! The fucking ass of America. Kansas City almost had an NHL team before they got lucky enough to draft Sidney Crosby. Yet we have fans now. We have fans now.
At this point in the night, we would like to take this time to say that the opinions represented by Pedro on Kansas City are not representative of Two Beers and a Whiskey itself. They are his opinions and his alone.
No.
I love hockey.
No, hang on. Because now that we're on the topic of Kansas City, is there a fucking more city synonymous with fucking failure than Kansas City?
Chicago, Detroit.
No. We're talking about we're gonna get on the topic.
Detroit, the Motor City of America, and all of a sudden it's just in shambles.
Hiroshima.
But we're gonna get on the topic of the fucking Kansas City Chiefs. I almost said Kansas Shitty. This is how much I hate Kansas City. Have you seen what's happened to the Chiefs? Do you know have you seen what the fuck has happened to the Chiefs?
Small packs blankets.
No, they fucking...
Holy fuck.
I didn't think we were going to go there, but we did. But anyway, so Kansas City Chiefs are just synonymous with fucking soul-crushing playoff losses. Just things that will, you remember that time I told you when I watched the Bengals lose in the playoffs and I couldn't walk?
When the Steelers fucked them up?
When I debated, if I could walk, I'd find a bridge and jump.
Yeah.
Now, imagine if that was what you had to look forward to every time you were in the playoffs.
Oh, no, I feel it because every time I watch the Leo Machida fight, I'm like, this is his return.
No.
And here's his comeback.
And it's just soul-crushing. And,
Yeah.
they fucking... Oh, they just had the worst loss that I think I've seen in years. When I said this in 2013, when they were up 44-7 and lost to the Colts in 2013.
Yeah.
So, Kansas City... But back to Curtis, our friend.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, just go watch that playoff series. Let me know how it works out.
He's going to be so happy he was mentioning this.
That's all I have.
All right, are we ready to wrap this up?
You look like you're ready to wrap.
Yeah. You need to get some food, yeah.
I need to have 4 more beers. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, remember you can follow us on our YouTube channel or follow us on Facebook.
What's our new YouTube channel?
2 beers and whiskey with the number 2.
Yeah, let's go into depth with that real quick.
Nope, not yet. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome.